I want us to look at this equation involving set. Those of you that are familiar with the topic set, you know exactly what I mean. So we have x minus root of x minus 2 is equal to 0. We are to find the value or the values of x which satisfy this equation. So this is what we do. We are going to sort this thing into two groups, where those with the radical sign will be at one side of the equal sign, and those without the radical sign will also be at one side. So because this radical sign is carrying negative, I will send it to the other side of the equal to sign to become positive root of x. Negative root x crosses the equal sign to become positive root s. Then at the left side, I am left with this x and this minus 2. So I sorted this into 2. Okay, good. The next thing to do is to get rid of this radical sign. And how do you do that? You are going to square both sides. So x minus 2 squared is equal to root of x squared. So that this square can cancel the square root, leaving x. Then here, let's expand. S raised the power 2, negative 2 squared. Negative 2 squared, that will be negative 2 times negative 2, and that will give us positive 4. Then the last thing is this times this times this. So x times negative 2 is negative 2x times 2. That will be negative 4x. Now, I'm bringing everything back to the left side to form a quadratic equation. So that will give me x squared minus 4x. This s is coming, so minus x, then plus this 4. And that will give me 0. I'll be left with nothing at the right side. Minus 4x minus s is like you are owing 4x, and another time you are owing 1. So in all, you are owing 5x. So negative 5x plus 4. We have x squared here, and that will give us 0. And this is a factorable quadratic equation. It is factorable because we can find two factors of 4 that when we put together will give us negative 5, and multiplying those same factors will give us positive 4. Those factors are negative 1 and negative 4. So you see, negative 1 plus negative 4 will give us negative 5, which will be this one. And negative 1 times negative 4 will give us positive 4. So we are going to break the negative 5 into this. We are going to break negative 5s into negative x and minus 4x. Then we can now add our plus 4, our x squared, and that will be equal to 0. Now, this and this have a common factor, so I can factorize s out. Then I'll have x minus 1 here. And this also have minus 4 as a common factor. Then I'll have x minus 1 is equal to 0. Don't be confused. Don't say, why is it that this is positive and here I have negative? Remember, if I want to distribute the negative 4 across the bracket, I will get back my positive 4. That is negative 4 times s will give me negative 4x. And negative 4 times negative 1 will give me positive 4. Great. This and this are common. I have x minus 1, x minus 1. So factorizing out, I'll have x minus 1. Then I'm left with x minus 4. Also in a bracket, s minus 4 is equal to 0. Now, when two brackets or when two factors are multiplied and the result is 0, it's either this is 0 or this is 0 or both are 0. It's very simple. For example, 2 times 4 can never be 0. But when we change the 2 to become 0, 0 times 4 will give us 0. Or when we have the 2 times 4 and we decide to change the 4 rather to 0, 2 times 0 will give us 0. So when two factors are multiplying and the result is equal to 0, the assumption is that either the first factor, x minus 1, is equal to 0, which will give us s being positive 1. That is when the negative 1 crosses. Or maybe it's the second factor rather, which is x minus 4, that makes the product 0. And when we make s the subject here, x will be equal to 4. So we can conclude that s is equal to 1 or 4. We can check. So let's go back to the normal equation. Let's put 1 here. See, 1, okay, minus square root of 1. So 1 minus square root of 1 minus 2. The answer will be equal to what? So 1 minus square root of 1, then minus 2. Let's see if it will be equal to 0. So 1 square root of 1 is also 1, then minus 2 is equal to 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 minus 2 is not 0. So this doesn't qualify. Then let's test for 4. 4 minus square root of 4 minus 2. Let's see if it is equal to 0. So 4 minus square root of 4 is equal to 2 minus 2. Let's see if we are going to get 0. 4 minus 2, that will be 2. 2 minus 2, that will give us, so we can say that the value of x, which satisfy the equation is s being 4. Great. Thank you.